Ladies and gentlemen, we present The Navy Lark by Laurie Wyman, and starring Leslie Phillips, Stephen Murray, and John Pertwee. From time to time, we all suffer from a dose of nostalgia. That's not the nasty stabbing pain in your head. It's the art of remembering the good old days which were really sheer hell at the time. For instance, we men always remember the tear in our first girlfriend's eye when we had to tell her the romance that was to last a lifetime was over. What we don't remember is the time she belted you with her handbag for over-snogging. Lieutenant Murray of HMS Troutbridge is no exception to this rule, for even in the Royal Navy, there's plenty of room for a great bath of I remember when.
Come in. Excuse me, sir. Just checking. Yes, just as I thought. What an extraordinary coincidence. Goodbye, sir.
Mr. Phillips!
Sir?
You can't just march into my cabin, glare at the furniture, chuck me a salute and march out again.
Oh, yes, I can, sir. I just did.
I know. What were you looking for?
Nothing, sir. Nothing at all. I knew it was here. I just wanted to make sure. And now I have, so it's all right.
Oh, good. What is?
That photograph on your bulkhead, sir.
My what?
Bulkhead. It's a word I picked up. It means that wall over there.
Oh, I know what it means, all right. I was merely surprised that you did.
Well, until yesterday, I didn't, actually. I thought it was a rude word. Old sailors yelled at me when I wore my new cap with the big peak, you know.
Yes, I've seen you wearing it. Which photograph are you talking about?
Well, sir, not the one of the lady who is liable to catch her death, sir.
She's my aunt, actually.
Really? Well, if you've got any more relatives about with her dimensions, I can't wait to meet your family. Cool. If only they waited until those bath suds had subsided, or she pulled the plug out.
Mr. Phillips, apart from my rude aunt, apart from the souvenir of my relative, which photograph were you looking at?
The one of that old tub at sea, sir.
Old tub? Mr. Phillips, that is HMS Varsity. She was my first command.
Good gracious, I'd no idea you'd been in the Navy that long, sir. Then they make ships a lot bigger now, don't they?
Not that type of ship, Mr. Phillips, no. She's an inshore minesweeper.
Really? She looks like a mini frigate.
Probably because she's well over 100 feet shorter from stem to stern.
From what to what?
Sorry, from blunt end to the pointed bit.
Oh, I see what you mean, yes.
Why all this interest in the photograph?
Well, it's not often you see a lady with such large...
Not that one, this one.
Oh, the ship. I see what you mean. Well, I thought I was right, but I just wanted to check up, and I am, which is quite a coincidence, really. Mind you, it's only once, so it doesn't count. And taken overall, it doesn't happen if you think about it, does it? Or hadn't you noticed? Well, there we are then, aren't we?
Where?
I've no idea.
Let's start a new game. Why are you interested in my photograph of HMS Varsity?
Well, it's the same ship.
What is?
The one that's tied up to the far wall and waiting to be towed to the breaker's yard.
What? The Varsity being broken up? They're mad. You must have made a mistake.
No, I haven't, sir. I passed her as I was coming through the dockyard.
What were you doing right over at the far wall?
Trying to find Troutbridge, actually.
Yeah, go on.
Yes, well, there was HMS Varsity, sir, waiting to be towed to the breakers, and I thought I recognized her from that photograph. And sure enough, it's her. Your old indoor minesweeper.
Inshore, actually. This is absolutely terrible. They've no right to break up ships like the Varsity, especially after all her valiant service on the Murmansk run in those grim and terrible years.
Lummy, did you actually sail her all the way to Murmansk during the war?
Well, not exactly. We just called it the Murmansk run.
Then where did you sail her to, sir?
Bridlington.
I say, even further. When was this, sir?
1958.
I thought you said grim and terrible years.
Yeah, I did. We also did it in 1957. It rained all the way both times.
No, what a shame. Such a pretty trip, too. At least it is the way I go.
That probably is via Murmansk.
No, it's not, you know. If you remember last time, it was via Melbourne. Nice chaps, those Australians. They didn't call me Bulkhead. They called me Cobber.
After the way you docked, it wasn't Cobber they were calling you, it was Clobber. Right, something has got to be done about this. I can't have my old ship broken up. Now, we'll go over to Captain Popey's office and see if we can put a stop to it. HMS Varsity must be good for years of service, yeah?
Right, Johnson. Now, look, one more eve should do it. Right? To me, from you.
I'm not happy.
Look, stop being such a misery, Garters. Look, this is a dead ship, innit?
Yeah,
It's bound for the breaker's yard.
yeah.
Well, they are then. We're breaking her up first to save them the trouble. We may even get a medal.
We may even get 10 years.
Look, Eve, Johnson, Eve. Oh, lovely. Oh, lovely. That little lot will melt down a treat.
Yeah, it better. My end has got HMS Varsity stamped on it.
Has it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, just to be on the safe side, perhaps I better saw that bit off and put it back.
I shouldn't bother. You've already had the ship's bell, and you'll never be able to file a ship's name off that.
Right, now look, stop panicking. We'll make a fortune.
Yeah, with any luck, in 10 years, we'll be able to spend it, won't we?
Exactly. No. Now look, you're all doom and gloom this morning, Johnson. Gloom and doom you are, aren't you?
Yeah.
Try to understand, Johnson, boy.
Yeah.
Look, we're saving the country money. Do you understand, you great fat globule of grease? Look, come here, listen to me. Look, work it out for yourself. If we strip this inshore minesweeper of all the odds and bits we can, it'll cut down the man hours the breakers have to spend on her in Barrow.
And the fact that the only odds and bits we've managed to strip off so far are lead, brass and copper is purely coincidence.
Of course.
10 years. Fatso's finished. Good morning.
Come back here. Look, if you want to tell my Uncle Ebenezer that the deal for scrap metal, which I agreed with him, and copped half down in advance, is off, but we don't. As you say, my chubby little cherub.
No, Chief, your Uncle Ebenezer wasn't the oor I meant. Number 1, Mr. Phillips and Wren Chasen.
What?
10 years.
Oh, belt up, Johnson. What are they doing down this end of the dockyard? Look, quick, Johnson. Look, hide all that salvage before they see it.
Yeah.
And if you can't hide it,
Yeah.
eat it.
Right, that shouldn't take me long to munch me way through. You're a rotten, you are. A dirty, stinking rotten. Rottens don't come any dirtier or any stinkier. If rottens were 4pence a bag, you'll be a 10-bob sack full of rotten, you'll be.
Yeah, very likely, but hide that kid and meet me down in the engine room.
Why?
It's the best place I can think of to hide. If they come aboard, they'll never look down there.
What do you bet?
A boot in your podgy posterior if they do. Now, come on, get mobile and vanish.
Just for a giggle, we call it the Murmansk run.
Look, I agree it's all very sad that your old command is to be broken up, Stephen, but there it
It's
is.
a crying shame, though. I mean, look at her. They've started taking bits off her already. All the brass rail is gone. She'll never look the same.
Leslie, you've never seen the Varsity before. You weren't the one who served in her. It was Stephen.
Really? Then what on earth am I so blooming worried about?
I've no idea. But you're right, they have started breaking her up. Well, they'll jolly well have to put it all back. Come on, let's go aboard and see how much damage they've done. Oh, look, even that's gone. If anyone was entitled to that, I was.
Entitled to what, Stephen?
Ship's bell.
Well, perhaps you could have instead. Or a letterbox.
Come on, let's have a look on the bridge and see if there's any sign of that bell.
I say, so look what I found in this cupboard.
What is it?
Right, a lot of old signal flags.
Oh, bunting. Don't they look pretty?
Yeah, many is the historic signal I've made with those flags.
Lummy, do you mean England expects?
I'm not quite as old as all that, thank you.
Couldn't we hoist one now, Stephen?
Or rather, sir, just for old times' sake.
No, I don't think we really... On the other hand, it would give the Varsity a sort of lived-in look, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you leave it to me, sir. One set of mixed assorted going up now, sir.
What's this for, Stephen?
Oh, that's the voice pipe to the engine room. You just take that bung out and blow down it. It makes a whistle sound below.
Oh, can I try it?
For you, Heather, anything.
Oh, well, really.
Engine room? Oh. Sorry, no reply.
Lummy, she's haunted.
Oh, no, she isn't. I'd know that voice anywhere. Chief Petty Officer Pertwee.
Never heard of him, sir.
Pertwee!
There's nobody down here but us workmen, sir. Yeah, that's right, sir. We're just stripping out all the brass and the copper.
I should have known, of course, as soon as I saw everything movable had gone. Pertwee,
Sir?
meet us in the wardroom and bring the ship's bell with you.
Ship's bell, sir? I'm sure I don't know what you mean. What happened? You big fat nit. Look, when I get rid of the rest of the scrap, I'll have you melted down for glue. Oh, sorry, pardon.
You were saying, Chief?
See you in the wardroom with the bell, sir.
Thank you.
Lovely view, Captain Povey. Makes a man proud, sir. The fleet in port and all that, sir. Hearts of oak all around us, sir. Ships of the British Navy as far as the eye can see, sir. I really must get out and have a butcher's round the dockyard more often, sir.
Flag Lieutenant,
Captain Povey, sir?
as the Admiral has now left us, I suppose it's my duty to say it.
Oh, it is, sir. Oh, yes, no doubt about it, sir. As senior officer, sir. Carry on, sir. Say what, sir?
Shut your cake hole.
Cake hole made fast, sir.
Now let's understand one thing. I can't allow the dockyard to be cluttered up with a lot of old rubbish. There is no room for dead ships and they must be cleared immediately.
Is that what you told the Admiral, sir?
No, that's what he told me. He was referring to the old inshore minesweepers like the Varsity over there. Good grief. What the blazes is that signal she's flying?
Signal, sir? Oh, all that bunting, sir. Just a second, sir. I'll look it up in my little book, sir.
Come on, Flags, hurry up. You should know what it means.
Just checking, sir. Yes, I've got it now, sir, and you're not going to believe this, sir. It reads, F, I am disabled. U, you are standing into danger. D, keep clear of me. R, you may feel your way past me. O, man overboard. P, your lights are out.
Really? Well, whoever thinks that's funny has got another think coming. But I'm going aboard the Varsity, Flags. Now, you'd better alert the tug that's towing her to the breaker's yard at Barrow. I must have her moved at once. If the Admiral sees that inshore minesweeper still here, he'll go berserk over both of us. And the sooner she's towed away, the better for both our pensions.
And that's why we called it the Murmansk Run.
Didn't you ever get anywhere else but Bridlington, sir?
Yeah, of course. On one trip, we broke down at Skegness.
That must have been awful for you.
Makes you sick, doesn't it? That bell shouldn't have HMS Varsity on it. It should have present from Bridlington.
Or in fond memory of a clanger at Skegness.
Now, that's enough. Stop taking the mickey out of Stephen's little boat.
I know you're trying to help, dear, but you're making her sound like something I floated in my bath.
We went down the plug hole at Skegness.
Exactly. Pertwee, that'll do.
I must say, this is a jolly small wardroom, sir. I mean, compared with the one in Troutbridge, it's like a well-upholstered telephone box.
Oh, we managed. Yeah, that reminds me, I wonder if I left any.
Hey? What? Left any what, sir?
Gin.
Oh, no, sir, you didn't. No, Johnson and I have searched every nook and Ooh! Oh, yeah, why don't you have a look, sir?
Yeah, I will. I had a petty officer like you, Pertwee, so I had to hide the wallop in a box under that bunk.
Eh? Well, of all the low-down underhand... Ooh, I say, what a bit of luck. Who Oh, look, there's still some gin left, sir.
Any lemonade for me?
Oh, look, strike a light. Look, just for once in your life, Mr. Phillips, sir, live dangerously.
Pour one out all round, Chief.
Yes, with pleasure, sir.
And pour yours first.
Yeah, mine first.
Yes, I'm trying to avoid all that old nonsense about, well, there's only one drop left in the bottle, so I may as well finish it off.
Sometimes, Mr. Murray, sir, I've a feeling Pertwee has served with you too long.
I'm learning. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you a toast to HMS Varsity, soon to be lost, but never forgotten.
HMS Varsity.
I might have known. Just what the blazes is going on? What are you lot doing aboard? What's the meaning of that ridiculous signal you're flying?
Oh, don't ask me, sir. I only flew it. I can't read it, sir.
Lieutenant Murray, I insist on knowing what you're doing aboard this ship.
Well, it's a long story, sir. You see, she was my first command when I first became a lieutenant, and I sailed... and that was why we call it the Merman's Run, sir.
Oh, I hear that story just once.
Yeah, me too. You know, it's jolly odd, but for the last half hour of Mr. Murray's story, I've had a distinct feeling that the ship was moving.
Oh, of course she isn't, Leslie. Otherwise we'd all have... Stephen?
Must be an illusion.
Well, it had better be. Do you realize the time? It's 1 hour before sunset and all friends have to be ashore.
In that case, sir, I hope Heather's a good swimmer.
What?
I've just looked through the porthole, sir. And somehow or another, we seem to be miles out in the briny and going ahead like 1 o'clock, sir.
What? It's his fault. He and Johnson have pinched the anchor and we're adrift.
We never touched it. We were saving that for later.
This is awful. We must get back to Portsmouth at once. Whatever would the Admiral say if he heard that I'd been aboard a ship with a rain after sunset?
I've got a fair idea, sir.
Yes. So have I, Captain Povey, sir. Probably something like, the dirty old devil.
Pertwee, please. We must go up on deck at once and see what's happening.
Aye, aye, sir.
Right away, sir.
At the double, sir.
I don't believe it. I simply don't believe it.
Now, I wonder what stupid idiot ordered the ship to be towed off this afternoon.
Well, I'll tell you exactly who the stupid... Yeah, well, never mind. The question is, what do we do now?
Well, we could cut the towing hawser, sir.
You mad? We'd be casting ourselves adrift. There's no fuel aboard.
With due respect, sir, I happen to know there is.
Yeah, we didn't have time to siphon it out before you came aboard. That was my foot.
My apologies, up along.
Lieutenant Murray, if we do cast off the towing line, do you think you could sail this ship back to Portsmouth?
Of course he can.
Rather, the Murmansk Run and all that.
Hey, who wants to go to Bridlington?
Well, I could try, sir. Might be just like old times.
Yeah, very possibly, sir. But you'll let me know when we're going to suffer from the wind off Cleethorpes, won't you? I know where there's some bicarbonate over there.
Oh, shut up. Pass me the loudhailer. I'll warn the skipper of the tugboat that's towing us.
But then hurry up, man.
Right, sir. Ahoy there, Mr. Tugboat Man!
Down me! Who said that?
I did.
Here, what are you doing now? It's a dead ship. Here, you're not ghost, are you?
Certainly not. You towed us away when we weren't looking.
Ask him if he's got a brother who's a traffic warden, sir.
Quiet, Pertwee. Will you tow us back to Portsmouth? We want to get off.
Not likely. I got the orders. We're going to Barra.
No, look here.
That's it. Pertwee, you and Johnson knock the shackle pin out of the towing hawser. We'll just have to hope that Lieutenant Murray can sail us back to Portsmouth.
Fog.
Dirty, stinking, horrible, grubby fog. It had to happen, didn't it?
Bridge?
Oh, hello, Stephen. I'm in the wardroom.
I found a few tins of food and cooked us all something.
Oh, well done. We're starving. What is it?
Well, I'm not sure, but try to think of it as a sort of goulash.
Pardon?
It's made up of 2 tins of sardines, a tin of luncheon meat, a tin of peas, and gravy made out of corn flour and cocoa.
Oh. Well, I'll tell the others, but I'm rather busy, and my appetite isn't quite what it was.
Just a minute, sir. Just a minute. Look, the fog is lifting. I can see something, yes? Yes, I can definitely see. It's another ship.
Quick, spot the helm.
What? Well, why didn't you say so in the first place?
For pity's sake, do something.
No, right.
Right, what?
As you were.
As I was, right, here we go.
Where were you?
I haven't been anywhere, so I'm standing here.
Never mind. Over a bit.
Oh, a bit where? Bit what?
That way.
That way, right, sir.
No, wrong again.
Wrong again, sir.
No, you're all right. We're all right.
We're all right.
We've missed.
We've missed.
We'll make it. Well, almost.
I never heard anything like it.
No, it was a bit loud, wasn't it? I wonder what ship she is.
You stupid lot of down-dumping idiots! Look what you done! You swiped me in the scuppers!
I have a feeling I know what ship it is. It's that blasted tug that was towing us.
How jolly odd. He must have decided to come back to Portsmouth, too.
You idiots, it's Barrow. Look, there are the breakers' yards.
What?
What happened? You tipped over my sardine goulash.
It's Mr. Phillips, miss.
He appears to be docking us in Barrow.
With a bent tug sailing ahead.
Oh, do be quiet, Pertwee. Anyway, I haven't docked yet. I have now.
What on earth are we going to do now?
Bridge?
Oh, my poor little head. Able Seaman Johnson here, sir, in the engine room. Who made Fatso belt his bonds on the boiler?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought, sir. And he's a rotten. I thought you ought to know, sir. There's a lot of sticky stuff dripping through from the deck above me, sir.
Sticky stuff?
Yeah, tastes like sardine goulash, sir.
Oh, trust you to recognize your nosh. Well, eat all you want, Johnson.
I already have, sir. It's dripping fast and I can swallow it.
Do the best you can. Catch it in your cap and lap it up later.
Captain Povey, sir.
Now, just be quiet, everybody. I'd like a little bit of hush whilst I try to work out how we're all going to get back to Portsmouth.
Excuse me, sir, if I could make a suggestion, sir. Why don't we all go back by train, sir? Then you could tell the Admiral that you'd supervise the removal of his ship from Portsmouth to the breakers' yard personally.
Yes, that might be a very... Now, just a minute. This is rather delicate. What is the train fare from here?
Oh, I think I can rake up enough for Heather and myself, sir.
And luckily, I drew enough to cover it yesterday morning from Mr. Porker, my piggy bank.
Excuse me, but how much is the fare, if I dare ask?
Well, I've done the trip once before. It's about £5.
Oh, well, that's all right, then. I've got enough in my pocket for Fatso and me.
Good gracious.
Yeah, well, I did a sort of deal with me Uncle Ebenezer, sir, for second-hand copper and brass. He paid me half down in advance.
Really?
Yes, sir. Mind you, I'm going to talk the old fool into collecting what he bought all the way from Barrow. I'm blowed if I know.
You'll get lynched. Still, what a bit of luck. We've all got enough to get back by train.
As a matter of fact, I don't seem to have... Well, that is, I've only brought with me...
Well, there's bound to be at least one more train this evening, then we'll all be back tomorrow.
Gentlemen, I was wondering if... Well, under the circumstances... Well, could any of you possibly...
Not a penny.
No, I'm the cleaned out, sir.
Yeah, me too.
Likewise.
But you can't leave me stranded up here. I spent the Saturday sixpence my dear wife Ramona allows me on a lolly.
You little spendthrift.
What am I going to do? How am I going to get back to Portsmouth?
Well, it's simple, sir. That tugboat is bound to be going back in a day or two, so why don't you chat him up? Once you promise that the Navy will pay for the damage we did, he's bound to give you a lift back.
Pertwee!
Of course, you may have to work your passage, but shoveling all that coal will give you a lovely physique, sir. You'll come back a new man, sir. Mrs. Povey will see you in a new light, sir.
she hasn't divorced you for desertion by then. You never know your luck, sir. You never know your luck. Ta-da, sir. Enjoy your trip.
Leslie Phillips, Stephen Murray and John Pertwee have been drifting through the Navy Lark, written by Laurie Wyman. Leslie Phillips was the sub-lieutenant, Stephen Murray was the number one, John Pertwee was the chief petty officer. Captain Povey was played by Richard Caldecott, Heather was Heather Chasen, the Admiral's flag lieutenant was Michael Bates, and Able Seaman Johnson was played by Ronnie Barker. The show was produced by Alistair Scott Johnston.